Good evening, everyone. We are going to present on MN624 Digital Forensic Analysis and Recommendation. We have selected mobile forensic, and in our group we are 5 members: Anish, Lakshmi, Raman, Ravneet, and Rohit. I am Ramandeep Kaur, and I'll start my presentation with introduction. Moving on the next slide to the introduction. As you know, we have selected mobile forensic. It's a kind of investigation process which is used for recovery of digital evidence from mobile devices. The importance of this field is growing in relation to growing number of mobile users. Recently, mobile application is facing many attacks, and to prevent user information, tools are needed. So we have selected 3 different tools and implemented Fusion tools are implemented and evaluated on the base of their strength and weakness. Now moving on to the next slide that gives us information about background. So mobile forensic is used to recover evidence or relevant data from mobile. So there is a process to be followed step by step to achieve desired result. The process starts with collection, preservation, analysis, and presentation, in which we start collection of data from raw data from media, and we end at finding of the evidence. And now next slide will be presented by Ravneet Kaur.
Hello everyone, my name is Hello everyone, my name is Ravneet Arora, and I am explaining the mobile forensic. Mobile forensic, it is now the current users using the Android mobile phones these days, which can become an integral part of all the human. More mobile phones do many activities, and now it becomes the personal information, so that it can also used as a storage cloud. But this problem is seriously occurring these days, which can include it as a cyber crime activities. These days cyber crime activities, like it's growing more, and so that to resolve this problem we can use the mobile forensic process, and we can use the forensic tools that are required. Next slide please. Now the chosen the security tools from the analysis processes. There are 3 types of the mobile forensic tools which are selected. First one is FTK imager, second one is autospc, third one is internet evidence finder. And the FTK imager description, like it helps, this type of tool helps as analysis images, files and emails that can obtain from an Android, IOC and Google operating system. It also offers many features to perform the forensic operations. Second one is autospc, and it is a software tool which is used for the investigators to recovering or deleted files from the target device, and also finding the call logs, email, and it can also use as a keyword searching and others. Third one is internet evidence finder. With the help of this tool, the investigators can find evidence from the live RAM, computer disks, and the web browsing, and the chat details on the user mobile can obtain from it. Next slide is explained by the other team members.
Hi, my name is Anish Khadka, MIT ID 201864. I'm going to explain about the strength and weakness of forensic tools we have selected. The forensic tool we have selected are FTK Imager, also known as Forensic Toolkit Imager, Autopsy, Internet Evidence Finder, and all these 3 are used in different sectors and on different aspects as per the requirement. uh, Talking about the strength of FTK imager, it allows investigator to analyze different format of evidence, file, and make digital evidence that are needed for forensic operations. from a disk and from other sources. What I mean by disk is logical disk, imaging disk, and also the hard disk. Uh, and talking about the weaknesses of FTK and imager, uh, firstly, it cost a lot. Approximately, as per our research, it cost around 3,000 USD, which is a lot for any kind of organization if they are not willing to invest a lot of money. And another weaknesses is it does not support scripting, which means automation is not supported, and huge scale of scanning, and when and it cannot be used in huge scale. So and adding on, FTK Imager also does not support few of the file formats. It supports images and other kind of file format, but most of the file formats which are used in day-to-day life are still not supported on FTK Imager. Moving on to autopsy, uh, it supports most of the mobile forensic analysis and investigation feature to investigators. It is one of the most used forensic analysis and investigation tool, but it has some weaknesses that it does not support if the evidence file size is larger, and it had some limitations in terms of file size. And another tool we are using for this project is internet evidence finder. Its pros are like it can support investigator to collect evidence from all possible sources and platforms, but while loading evidence, it takes time and analysis of evidence, uh, making it very difficult. uh, FTK is license based, and autopsy and internet evidence finder are open source. So I'm going to present the FTK image implementation. There are different images of FTK GUI, how evidence are loaded, and what are the options for evidences in while selecting the evidence, and what are the sources. There are actually 4 images compiled in this in this slide. First one is the GUI of FTK, and inside try to load the evidence. We have to select the evidence source, and it can be physical, logical, and image, or any kind of folder we can select it from. And yeah, after that we can just process it for uh, process it. And for the next slide, my friend is going to explain
Hi,
on medicine.
autopsy is a digital forensics implementation tool. Like we can do all the autopsy reports in this. We can collect all the data that is lost. So it is used by many of the industry leading industries, and also by many of the law enforcements, and also by most of the government organizations, as its data is so precise and it's on point. So the thing with autopsy is that all the data can be found and it can be recovered in its original form. So the implementation form is first we need to give the case number. The case number must be unique, and it should not be like uh, relevant to the others. So the case number should be the date number and the type of case. All of it should be in the case number, and then we have to select the type of image. The type of image can be any of the image, like any of the virtual data image or any of the physical or logical type of data. We can select the data in the second image that we have found here, and in third one, we can select the source from where we are taking the information. And if there is any hash value, like if it's been protected by any of the hash values, then we can also keep the hash value in placed there, and we can just move through to the other parts of investigation. In the last one, we can find all the data that is found, like in the right side corner, we can see the all types of folders and everything. On the left side, we can change the data source and anything regarding what type of data to be found and investigated based on that particular type of data. And to the next slide, please. Internet evidence finder implementation. The thing with is nowadays we use most of the social media, and most of the data is found online. So to get the forensic investigation data of the data that is present in online, and to get the accurate data found in different websites, because there are many different websites and there are many social media platforms. So what we're going to do is in the first slide, we have shown like what type of search of data or what kind of data we're going to search. And after we select the kind of data now, as you have shown in the first screenshot, in the second screenshot, after selecting the data, there are many RT graphs that can be found. Like we can select them from if what data we need to search based on that. So there are many artifacts like chat, email, and a website. And there is also we can have a look at there, like in the chat there is Facebook and many of the social media platforms. So we can do all the like based on what kind of data we want, we can just tick all the items, and then we can do check, and then press next, and then all the data, like all the data that can be found online, we will be getting a report based on that. On to the next slide, please. It will be explained by
Hi everyone, this is me Lakshmi Chaudhary. The part of my presentation is recommendation. The implementation of three mobile forensics tools were previously mentioned in the presentation. The finest autopsy tool for the mobile forensic is chosen based on an analysis of each instrument's strengths and weaknesses. It's the digital forensic platform that most mobile forensic investigators utilize to execute a variety of forensic tasks. The rationale is that it supports the majority of evidence formats, and there is no charge for using it. It also supports evidence analysis using data from the Android, iOS, and Google operating systems. Autopsy is free software that lets anyone load evidence, files, and perform digital forensic operations. Next slide, please. And the conclusion, it is concluded as this presentation covers the basic of mobile forensic as well as a few forensic tools. It provides practical implementation of autopsy, FTK imager, and internet evidence finder. On the basis of various data elements and objectives, their strengths and weaknesses are explored in detail. Finally, for mobile forensic investigation, an autopsy tool was chosen and recommended. So in the last slide, we can see that there are some reference included. Thank you.